Kia ora, this here is the LEGO Disney 100 Celebrations Castle, which I have covered in a review on this channel a few months back. There is a link here and also in the description for any of those interested. This video would have been a lot more topical had I done this back in, say, December, but you know, things happen, life gets in the way. We're doing it now. After buying this castle and building this beast, I wondered if this would be the best place for displaying all of my Disney minifigures, and what with Disney pushing the number 100 all up in my face last year, I obviously began wondering if this could possibly fit at least 100 minifigures. So here we are, this is 100 LEGO Disney minifigures on the LEGO Disney 100 Castle. I sorted these figures into some sections. I think I grabbed enough to represent most of the iconic characters, and even then I am missing a few people here, so you can see that there's well over 100 minifigures here, and that's not even including the acquired IPs of Marvel and Star Wars. Let's just get into it and see how we do. I first wanted to start off with the easiest choices to make. These are the actual figures who released with the Disney Castle itself. We have here Snow, Tiana, Cinderella, Rapunzel, and all of their respective partners like the Prince, and the Prince Naveen, and then Eugene. And I thought while we're covering the figures that released from the castle, it's also worth covering all of the other Disney 2023 released figures. We had a lot that released this year, and they're all really great. From that Villains Icon set, we have the amazing Maleficent figure, the evil queen in disguise here, Genie plus Jafar, and also Gaston, the only Beauty and the Beast minifigure that has released to date, which is insane. We also have an excellent Disney CMF series, which released and gave us a ton of additional figures to add to this roster, though Tiana is a repeat here, so we will be skipping over her. The series included Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket, and Sorcerer's Apprentice of Mickey. For the villains here we have Dr. Facilier, Cruella de Vil, the Evil Queen, and then the Red Queen, and for the princesses we have Aurora, Pocahontas, and Mulan. Ernesto de la Cruz and Miguel are the first here to represent a few of the Pixar characters that we'll have. We also have here Robin Hood, Prince John, Stitch, 626, and Baymax for our cartoony characters. This leads us into the classic characters rather well, I feel. Obviously we have here Mickey, a Minnie, a Goofy, a Donald, a Daisy, and a Pluto, all from mixed different releases. Sticking with our classics, we have here our duo of Chip and Dale. We also have the DuckTales gang of Huey, Dewey, Louie, along with Uncle Scrooge. Our other famous favorites here are Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, Aladdin and Jasmine, Ariel and Ursula and Hercules. Anna and Elsa are the more recent additions to the famous favorites, and then to wrap up this bunch we also have the gang from the 100 Acre Wood, which consists of Pooh Bear, Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, and Rabbit. Ending our classics run here is the classics themselves. We have Mickey and Minnie in their first golden years appearance, Bambi and Dumbo for the interesting parts to be used, and we finish with Walt. And so now that that's out the way, we'll take a look at our special extras that really make the collection rather unique. For our Pixar editions, we have here Buzz, Woody, Jessie, and Bullseye, as well as the classic space alien, who is synonymous with the parks for me. Also released in 2023 was the Up House, so here's Mr. Fredricksen, Russell, and of course Doug. We also have here the Incredibles family, since they do have their own speed coaster in California Adventure. Here is Bob, Helen, Dash, Violet, and Jack. And to wrap up these inclusions, I've also got Lightning and Sally, because the LEGO Cars line is a really cool line. As for our licensed material, some more exciting offerings, I really wanted to have some Muppet inclusions, so here I have Kermit, Miss Piggy, and Gonzo representing that special group. I should also have the famous pirates from the hit theme park attraction too, so here is Jack Sparrow, Will Turner, and Elizabeth Swann. In keeping to live action here, I've also got Sam, Flynn, and Cora, because I am a huge fanboy of Tron Legacy. And the final inclusions for this little segment come from our Fox line. I have here Jake Sully and Nateri, because I also love Avatar, plus Animal Kingdom representation here as well. Also released last year was the Disney Plus CMF Series 2, so here we have some Marvel inclusions as well to go along with some of our older inclusions, and this represents Avengers Campus. Kate Bishop, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight are the best representatives from Series 2, while the first series is here in the form of Captain America, Captain Carter, and Spider-Man. Finally, Star Wars. It's very important now for Disney, so here we have the Disney inclusions. Mandalorian plus Grogu here, and Ahsoka from her show as well. I've also got Poe from The Force Awakens, Finn from The Last Jedi, Rey from Rise of Skywalker, and a Kylo Ren and BB-8 as well to top off that sequel trilogy. And to round us up to 100, I have here Lieutenant Beck and Vi Moradi, who represent Galaxy's Edge, so obvious inclusions in my eyes. Starting with the main hall, pretty simple placements really, just putting the dancing characters who came with the set here first. Each of those princesses will be paired with their prince dancers. They look pretty good overall. Sorcerer Mickey can be placed by his Easter egg here, and I would like it if Oswald could be helping him out. Close by, Pocahontas is here practicing with the wind, and we'll have Robin Hood and Miguel watching over her. The villains here can all be placed in the halls watching over the dance in jealousy, and not too far away we have the other princesses keeping their eyes on them. And Stitch is here too, why not? We've got a little bit of room upstairs, so I've put Baymax here to recharge, and the Red Queen is here inspecting. I'll put Jasmine and Aladdin up here hoping to get some quiet time, but they really couldn't have picked a worse spot. Hercules down here listens to Ariel's stories in wonder, and Will, being the swordsmith, is fascinated by that sword in the stone. Bob is here to show off that he can clearly lift it out. He won't be successful. Jafar is excited to witness that embarrassment. Jack Sparrow is here ransacking the kitchen after he spots a delicious frog. Kate Bishop is there as a warning for Sparrow. Gaston is growing impatient by standing in line behind the younger gentleman in the mess hall. All Pixar dudes play placed in front here. Upstairs in the recreational room, we have the Frozen sisters hanging out. They're conversing stories with Elizabeth, who is currently chatting to Flynn about their time with Sora and his gang. Prince John is up here looking out at everyone, and poor Finn has to be the one to put up with it. Carl is here taking a nap because it's just too much for him, you see. I've got BB-8 and Gonzo here to keep him some company. Our villains are all secretly interacting upstairs. Maleficent and the evil queen in disguise stand by the magic. The evil queen in her normal look stands by that mirror. Russell has been hypnotized by the shoe's beauty, and Miss Piggy stands up at the top here with Piglet for company. Great. On this watchtower, I have my sci-fi team here. Spider-Man leads the group with Cora and Buzz off to the side. Woody is placed down here and shares that spot with Poe. Still, we have a little bit of room inside, so this is where I will put Sally and Lightning. That's about all the room I think I have for these lower floors here. There's still a lot of characters left over, and if you really wanted to, you could squeeze a whole lot of other figures in these rooms here. I'm pretty surprised already with how many figures I was able to fit in the interior. It's time to spin the set around now and cover that front display section, which is the part that everyone will be looking at anyway, so we gotta try to make it look appealing. I first start with the fireworks area. Makes sense to me that Peter Pan and Tinkerbell will be flying here above the castle, and the fireworks themselves actually make for the best attachment here. There's a good piece of open land on the castle walls here, which is where Bullseye and Jessie will be placed. Helen I've also got attached to the top of that spire. Nearby I have Winnie the Pooh, who is helping Violet tend to Jack Jack. More room for some heroes here. I'm putting Captain America along with Piggy and Vi, and behind them still in this area, let's also place our other heroes of Ahsoka and Beck, who talk up close to Kylo and Tigger, who is teaching him how to bounce. Down below the lake near that frog, Eeyore sits and stares in wonder. And close by, I thought about having Rey and Nateri interacting with one another, and She-Hulk can also be there too. On the other side, I have Rabbit moving along and following the leads of Mando and Grogu, along with Jake and Moon Knight. Close by the castle entrance, we have the DuckTales gang going on a mystery, Scrooge accompanying them, and on the other side, we also have Jiminy and Pinocchio. This leaves our front entrance, who obviously closes with the Sensational Six. We have here Goofy, Donald, and Daisy, then Mickey and Minnie at the front here. Dumbo fits pretty nicely on these side rails, and Chip and Dale follow through. I wanted to see some classic looks for Mickey and Minnie here at the front, so I put them here along with Bambi and Pluto complementing the sides, and finally, Walt ends this showcase. Once again, there is a good amount of room here for the front of the castle for all of your other minifigures as well. In fact, if you really wanted to, you could just rearrange some things for even more figure placements. It was really fun to try and see just how many LEGO Disney figures I could fit on the castle. The answer is, personally, a lot more than I was actually originally expecting. It's possible to even have more figures on here, and I think this is how I plan on displaying my Disney figures from here on. If you enjoyed the video, leaving a like and subscribing to the channel does help to support us in making more videos like this one. Ka kite anō, I hope to see you in the next video.